Alright, Myro. Let's do this. Painting goo 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 goo. Sip sip. Glorious Java. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. Red's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. Painting me, painting you. Painting goo. Oh, sip sip. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. Red's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. Red's fucking goo. Painting me, painting you. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Oh, Christ. Starting to sound like a Sardaukar monk chant again. Ugh. 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 Painting goo. Oh, stretching goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting fucking goo. It's painting fucking goo. Red's painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. I gotta need way one more, Java. Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. That's it, Myro. You marvelous monkey, you. Let's get the goo throwing. Painting goo. It's painting goo. With fucking goo. Oh. The undeniable brute beauty of that piano-praying, petrified primate. Ugh. Could make one weep. If one were gay! Right, place a tip in the monkey's bore if you have any honor, and let's get this shit on the road. 'Cause I am fucked. Ugh. Greetings, and welcome to another glorious episode of PEINTEINGU! My beloved Japanites. If you were. If you're a bear, or if you're Margie. Shout out to Margie, what a legend. You probably witnessed my hanging with bears last night. I was speaking with the legendary stuntman bear, excuse me, whilst I descended to proper PEINTEINGU Tshirts. Until the twilight hours. We discussed many things. We raffed about much. And post-hang, I didn't get to sleep till like 10 o'clock a.m. Absolutely fucking knackered. This demigod is. I literally woke up at around 2:30, which is approximately 35 minutes ago. And I checked my phone. Only to see the only Japanite with any honor today asking if the goo shall through. I felt obliged to help Brother Stabaru, to entertain him whilst he works. It is my job, my duty, to serve my beloved Japanites, to provide them with content that is not corrupted by the woke horde. Sip, sip. So, it's Friday. We're back in Polynesia. We're painting violins. And Stabaru is the only one with any honor. Knacker, please. Oh, God. Oh, some ASMR fru for you. Poor Myro prays for his father, who will never hear his tunes. You hear that, Monkey King? I have subjugated your son. He prays for me now. Oh. I was thinking there the other day. I was like, there's gonna be a Jap that comes in here one day and goes, "You do realize that the Monkey King does not reside in heaven. If anything, the whole storyline of the Monkey King was his quest to, like, you know, was it to find heaven again? I can't even remember. Hold on, but we'll rectify this. Googer! Wise and terrible Googer. Tell me the story of the Monkey King, Googer. The Monkey King. No, not the 2023. There was a 2023 film called The Monkey King. It's probably shit. The Monkey King. The Monkey King, Wikipedia. No, not the fucking... This is what we are up against. 25th of October, an important update for readers in Ireland. You deserve an explanation, so please don't skip this. What the fuck? Wikimedia. Actually, part of the... Dear God, I can't stand things these days. Hold on. Okay. The Monkey King. No, just give me the general gist of the Monkey King. Legend of the Monkey King. Legend of the Monkey King. What is the real story of the Monkey King? Maybe I should just type in Sun Wukong. The novel is based on the pilgrimage of an actual historical figure, Xuanzang. Xuanzang? 602 to 664. Is that BC or AD? A Buddhist monk who traveled the Silk Road from China to India in search of sacred scriptures. That's what it's based on? No way. I thought they actually had a legend of, like, you know, like a Sun Wukong who was rejected from heaven for some reason or some shit. Like, I don't know. Like, that's fascinating. Monkey King, Journey to the West, Lunar Year. So there's so many, like, Dragon Ball Z, as far as I know, is another iteration of the Monkey King story. Because like Goku has a stick and he can turn into a monkey near the end, and or not that he. No, yeah, he can turn into a monkey. He gets a monkey tail when he goes like to a particular level of Super Saiyan, and he flies in a magic Nimbus cloud. So he's basically the Monkey King. Sun Wukong, also known as the Monkey King, a Buddhist deity and character in the classical Chinese epic Journey to the West, Sarugami of Japan. I could just hear the female talking there. I was like, what's going on? Sarugami of Japan, often depicted as evil deities, as in the tales of Shipaitaro. Shipaitaro? Monkey god. So hold on a minute. So, also known as the Monkey King, a Buddhist deity and a character in the classical Chinese epic Journey to the West. And then it says Sarugami of Japan, often depicted as evil deities. Interesting. Very interesting. Part of me wants to look into this a bit more. So, what does Wukong mean in English? Awakened to emptiness. Fascinating. The given name Wukong means awakened to emptiness, sometimes translated as aware of vacuity. Interesting. Very interesting. Ha! Is Sun Wukong stronger than Goku? Early incarnations of Goku would not stand a chance against him. However, Goku has come a long way since being a Sun Wukong parody. Oh, they actually describe it as a parody of the Sun Wukong legend. An extremely powerful force over time. His Super Saiyan G and maybe Super Saiyan 4 with borderline universe-busting capabilities would probably defeat Wukong. Yeah, like, doesn't Goku fucking destroy a planet? Like, like, doesn't he use the energy of an entire planet to, like, do one of the spirit bombs that he has to charge up for, like, a full episode when he's fighting Frieza or something? Like, that shit's fucking hilarious. I was always confused by Frieza when I was watching Dragon Ball. Like, I haven't watched all of Dragon Ball at all. I've watched like a few scattered episodes here and there over the years. When I was back when I was watching cartoon on TV on a regular basis. I remember Piccolo and Goku and Krillin and Trunks and Vegeta and Frieza, and Cell. I remember Frieza and Cell. I don't remember like loads of other characters that like actual Dragon Ball Z watchers and fans like name all the time. Like what's one that always comes up that I'm always like, who? I can't even fucking remember his name now. It's like Boo. Is it gay? Like, I was about to say gay Boo. Fucking Nah, yeah, I can't remember. The big pink fella, I think. I can't remember. But I used to find it so funny. I couldn't tell if Frieza was male or female. And I think that's intentional. I think Frieza's supposed to be this like androgynous alien thing. The first time I saw Cell, one of Cell's episodes, where he's going around sticking his tail needle in people and sucking them dry, I was like genuinely disturbed by that. Majin Buu, Desmondu, we share a brain. That's fucking that's the nigga. Everyone was like always talking about Majin Buu, and then there was not Raditz. I remember Raditz in the androids, and his power's over 9,000. Fucking man, like Dragon Ball's awesome. Like we should that'd be kind of cool actually if we did watch parties, if we did a watch party of Dragon Ball or some shit, or like every so often we did a PEINTEINGU where we watched like a clip from like take like the highlights of Dragon, because fuck watching the whole thing. It's like it's ridiculous, like it's stupid in my opinion how like bloated and extra Dragon Ball Z is, but that's why people like it, is because it's so extra. But there's so much just like dialogue and fucking fluff and waiting around for somebody to point their finger and fire a laser beam. The Ginyu Force were hilarious villains. I think, yeah, they ring a bell. They ring a bell. Yeah, some of the Dragon Ball characters are real gay looking, actually. Yeah. I like that. Like, anime has. It was so funny when I was catching up on Own. It was one of the things I did, but like when I got off the Hang On with Bear stream last night, it was like, the female had some stuff to do like early in the morning, and we were both up at like 5 because I finished the stream basically just at 4. So I turned to her and I was just like, "Do you want? Will we just stay up? Will we just power through it and just stay up, and then you can do your shit, and then we can go to sleep?" And she was like, "Yeah, fair enough." So we stayed up till like fucking 10 a.m. or some shit. Like, she made her phone calls, did her fucking duties, and then we passed the fuck out. And I was sitting in the bed and I was catching up on Owen, and he was doing the breakdown of Attack on Titan. The fucking every time he said like, "I just can't watch throbbing wet eyes," I just kept pissing myself laughing. It's like, I'm probably going to piss off a lot of perverts, like, which is very true. I mean, there's a lot of people, like, anime definitely, like a lot of things has a dark side. And I think if you have a waifu pillow, there's something deeply wrong with you. Excellent. Tuekaru has sent a tip to let me know that the Metal Beru Mountain Death Metal PEINTEINGU has arrived. It's glorious. Okay, bye. Excellent. Excellent. I can't get caught up. It's hockey season. Enjoy your hockey, Tuekaru. Enjoy your hockey. You bent stick weirding fag. As you glide across the ice and swing your bent stick in an attempt to look as masculine as possible. You all look like a bunch of rapping ballerinas with anger issues. I'm only messing. Hockey's awesome. If I ever met a hockey player in real life, I would be like, respect. The grace it takes to be able to ice skate and throw hands at the same time. Come on, like, you just gotta respect that shit. That frame sounded chunky. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting better, and despite the lack of sleep, I'm still recovering. I'm super pissed about those. Like, look, I knew it was gonna happen. I was trying to have some faith, but I knew. Look at it. Look how wrinkly it is. I'll get the light on, actually. You see how wrinkly that is? It's literally, it's like bumpy. I probably shouldn't stroke it over my coffee in case any particulates go into my coffee. I'm gonna have to redo those boards. I have a feeling it is the paint I'm using. It's not like the technique I'm using, because that's the only thing that I've changed in the technique or whatever, like the setup is instead of using gouache, I used the other acrylics, and they're only semi-matte, they're not matte. And I have a feeling that actually has something to do with how taut it goes when it dries, because I think the stuff that dries matte has more of a, like, it dries the paper out more or something. Like, I could be wrong, but I just watched the pros really enjoy the game itself. Yeah, I'd love to go see a hockey game, like, live. I'd love that. Despite not being into team sports or like watching sports, I would love to go like live and attend some of these things. Like, I'd love to see an American football game between like two big professional, like really good teams. Like, who are two of the best teams in the United States at playing American football? I wouldn't know. I haven't a clue. Like, obviously, I've heard names like the Giants and the fucking the Panthers and fucking. They're probably not even real. Are they black? um, you hear names and shit, but like, unless you're actually into it, like, I haven't got a clue. Like if somebody asked me to explain the rules, I'd be like, huh? Like, your troku is looking glorious. It will be a suitable Japanite chariot. Truck? Chariot? Oh, you're speaking to 2 Acre. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't own a truck. I wish I did. If I had a PEINTEINGU truck, that would be fucking hilarious. Although I think if we're going for fun factor and laugh factor, I think it'd be really fucking funny if I could drive around in a Rolls Royce PEINTEINGU style. What's with the face? What? Come here, give me a kiss, you big mope.
1 second, Gabriella.
You're gonna pick up both of them or just Gabriella?
Just Gabriella.
It stinks in here.
It's really bad.
Does it smell like me on a bad day?
Yeah.
Right, go on.
Right.
Come on, I love you. I'll see you in a bit. Apparently the PEINTEINGU room smells a bit ripe. It's like nothing but paint, sweat, blood, and tears in this room. Speaking of smelly things, I seen that I seen Asmongold apologize there. Was it last week or some shit like that? And it's to be expected. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's funny. And it's like I find him entertaining, and like, you know, obviously he does speak a moderate amount of truth, especially lately. But it was only a matter of time before, like, that guy's not a brave man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't expect someone like Asmongold to like charge into battle sword drawn, you know, metaphorically or literally. Like, he's like, what does Owen describe the other guys as? Lovable degenerates, you know. Lovable degenerates. That's what Asmongold is. Asmongold is a lovable degenerate, and it will be interesting to see how his. Because I haven't seen any other videos. Because he's been I'm assuming because he's been banned from Twitch, he hasn't been doing. He's been like, I don't follow him that in it. I'm not like a fan, you know. I don't follow him around. So since I seen his apology video, and I watched it, I was like, well, whatever. And then I noticed over the next few days that like there's no Asmongold Clips channel uploads, and there's no Asmongold, you know, fucking commenting on something woke or something like that. Like, so I was like, oh, it's gonna be interesting to see how he recovers from this or some shit. Like, but yeah, I mean, what did people expect? I mean, like, a lot of people like that I watch. I'm subscribed to your man Gundam. Was it the Gundam channel, and another guy? You should check, if you haven't already. You should check out a guy called the Aristocratic Utensil. Really funny. He's one of those dudes that uses a drawing, like a toon character to represent him on screen, in various poses and positions and stuff. He's really funny. I find his videos very entertaining. The Aristocratic Utensil, and then Gundam, and a few others have commented on the fact that like the Gundam one that Stabru linked in the PEINTEINGU chat. You know, he called him Asmon Folds, which is fucking hilarious. Like, you know, and rightly so. He should be mocked. You know, he should be mocked. Because it is a bitch move. And it's also a bitch move that he didn't have to do. You know, Asmongold makes a shit ton of money, has his own businesses, you know, he didn't have to do that. So he's obviously just like he's more than likely a coward, you know. I mean, I don't really think that you could make the literal critique of someone's character in that sense, like their behavior online, like would they be a coward in a real life situation? Probably. You know, I mean, it's a good sign, but it's not really concrete. Um, but yeah, it was unfortunate to see, you know, because like part of me was kind of like, you know, rooting for him, like, you know, it's always unfortunate to see when somebody that you're kind of rooting for, you're like, oh come on, like, you know, go to the next rung, go to the next rung of truth. But people will, like, I don't want to have to deal with the drama, like, and in fairness to him, you know, like from what I've seen, he's dealt with a lot, so like it was to be expected, like I said. Um, where am I? Wrinkly pussy. Indeed, indeed. Emmanuel's white pussy is pretty wrinkly. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Fuck that. Like, I don't like that hasn't been a thing. You know, I haven't had to worry about that. But because I changed the paint, because I've only got so much. I've only got so much burnt sienna in the gouache. So I was trying to create either my own formula or use the different types of acrylic that I have to get the same effect. Now the poster paints I have seem to be okay. They're nowhere near as opaque, but they do dry matte. So there is that. Stick that in your hat. So I might just I'll switch back to the poster paints and see if that works. But I think it's the plastic content. Like I was saying, the pigmentation and whatever binder they use in the gouache leaves this, like, you know, chalky finish, versus even with the poster paints that are matte, it's not necessarily chalky, but it is matte. And then the other acrylics I have, the semi-matte ones, or the basic acrylics, they have that like plasticky glossy finish. Which I fucking hate, because like one of the things I love about the gouache so much is because it's actual, like, true matte. When the light hits it, especially when it's dry, you don't get that shine, and I much prefer that. Like, I don't wanna have to look. I don't want to have to be facing a painting for it not to have a reflection or a glare on it, like, you know. I'm quite picky when it comes to stuff like that. I've noticed with my I don't know. I don't know why it's picky. With, like, when I first started doing the paintings, and I was like, right, I'm just gonna do like abstract shapes and symmetrical stuff and all this shit. Like, I was using, like, you know, Winsor Newton Galleria, like, you know, and shit like that. Like, and it, like, the difference is insane. You know how using basic acrylics, or like even something like Winsor Newton Galleria, is like kind of like a mid-tier kind of thing, but you get left with that like bumpy texture that you can see the brush strokes in, and like some people like that, and depending on the style, sometimes like I like it too, but like only if it's matte. It's actually one of the reasons why I don't like why I've stayed away from oils, because you always see people putting a finish on an oil where it's like a varnish and it goes all shiny and shit, like, which does look cool because it makes them look like, depending on the painting, it's like a fucking HD photo of something. But I think my style and my preferred working medium is definitely stuff like highly pigmented watercolor, gouache, and like fluid matte acrylics and stuff like that. Like, it's the stuff that's used to do cartoons essentially is my favorite medium. Because it feels so similar to just drawing in so many ways, and that's how I began. I was always a doodler, you know. What I was really big into when I was a kid was designing characters. I was playing video games and just being like, oh, what if I, you know, designed a superhero or like a main character, like, and I would take inspirations from, like, you know, God of War, Devil May Cry, Prince of Persia, fucking. Anybody ever play Prince of Persia Warrior Within? fuck me, what a vibe. Prince of Persia Warrior Within was one of the coolest, like, action adventure, like, it was, had really cool music, really cool visuals, really cool game mechanics, great graphics for its time. Like, it was a PS2 game. Like, don't get me wrong, Sands of Time was cool as well, but Warrior Within was fucking really good. And then the Two Thrones was shit. I was really disappointed in the Two Thrones. It was fucking shit, in my humble opinion. But whatever. That's actually something I would like to do in the future, is like movie and game reviews and stuff. Like as Defenderu, you know. Today we review good film. Demonu's breakfast cereals. Shit will get you. Shit will get you turn tea up. What the fuck? Oh, I hope so. I paid a guy to paint it, but did much work prior and will assemble myself. Oh, did you get like a model truck, or like a truck kit? That's something that I like would fucking love to do. Is like assemble an old American muscle car. You know, like literally like from the ground up. Like you'd have like everything down to like the screws and the bolts of the thing, and then just have like what do you call it, like an instruction manual, you know, because I used to now I know the comparison is not exactly 1-to-1, but it's similar. I used to fucking love Lego, and I was really good at it. I'd make like all sorts of mad shit after I made the thing that, like, you know, you were supposed to make out of the package. I used to fucking love Lego, like, and like I can imagine there is an intense amount of satisfaction taking weeks or months to build something like a fucking, you know, I don't know, one of those, like, I don't know my car brands and stuff, but like a big fucking old school Dodge Charger or something, big heavy American muscle car, like, you know, like John Wick's car or something, but older, more classic. I'm talking like American muscle from like the 50s or something, you know. Big, long, wide, kind of flat looking. Looks like it weighs 3 tons. Sounds like it's fucking a rided out rhinoceros when it revs its engine. Like, love American muscle cars. Watching hockey in person is much more enjoyable. Yeah, it's like most shit, like, do you know what I mean? It's much more entertaining to like actually be there. But yeah, hockey's cool as fuck. Boston Bruins are the best football team, yeah. I like the Bruins. Pasternak is boss. Marchand is a little bastard. That's one of the players, isn't it? You get it. He's a great player, though. Burn Bear surfaced on IG. How dare he? How dare he show his face? Hope he's good. Fucking, I'm sure he's fine. He's probably still a drunk and a narcissistic wanker. You know, like my advice: stay away from that fool. You know, people don't really change. It's rare that people actually change, and Born Bear is a fucking lying, manipulative, victimy, you know, gaslighting wanker. Hope he's good. Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's not dead. Yeah, like that's about it. You know, I'm glad he's not dead. I'm glad he hasn't like destroyed his liver or something, like. Do you know what I mean? But like, I think he's an absolute bellend. He's negatively affected people in the bear community to a significant degree. People sent that prick money. They bought him a fucking lawnmower. Like, people really help. Like, the people in this community are solid and really fucking cool and trusting and shit. This is a high trust community. But the unfortunate disadvantage to that, the unfortunate con to that pro is wankers like Woodshop Bear and Burn Bear, where it's like, oh, hello, fellow bears, I've got this problem. Like, let's. Has anyone, Well, Burn Bear's even worse in a sense. Like, he may not have like taken as much money or like monetary value, like the Woodshop Wanker. But Burn Bear's like, he really negatively affected Juju and Sleep Deprived Bear, and there could be more, but like I personally know the two of them, and yeah, like they like would spend a lot of time talking to him on the phone, and like they like helped him out financially and stuff. Like a load of people helped that nigga out financially, and all he did was fucking drink it. Like what a dickhead, like people sending him money over the internet, not just money. Like, do you know what I mean? He was complaining that he couldn't fix the fucking he couldn't tend to his land properly because he didn't have any equipment, and they fucking bought him a lawnmower, and like he's still fucking pissing and moaning about the fact that he can't get a job, and he's like putting up all these videos of him drinking and shit, like, and it's like, dude, what the fuck, like. And then when people called him out on his bullshit, he'd pull a bitch fit. So fuck that wanker. He runs ultra loose, but he's a good seed. Well, Born Bear? Oh, I disagree. Bora Bora is looking excellent. I like the Ragoon Stilt Huts. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix this shit, because it's like, it's easily one of the worst PEINTEINGUs I've done. I just slap this thing together without a care in the world. I seriously think that's like really funny how like you can, like, if you just, like, there's different, I don't even know how to articulate this, like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I don't give a fuck, it's gonna look like shit. But it's not like I give a fuck when I'm doing the really good stuff. Like, it's weird. It's not like, when I want to do something that looks really cool, like the monkey in the tent with the banana phone, and the cool spaceship in the background and the waterfalls and all, like, that looked epic as fuck. But I didn't like try really hard at that and like pay loads of attention and shit. But it's like, it's a vibe. It's so true that like you can be, if you're in flow, you're in flow. If you're not in flow, you're not in flow. Now I'm thinking of that fucking fish from Finding Nemo. Flo! Hey, has anybody seen Flo? Flo! It's her fucking reflection. Hey, Burn Bear's back. I'm glad he's not dead. I'm rooting for him. Yeah, I mean, like, I get why people will root for him, but like, I'm detached. I don't give a fuck. I've had way too many people in my life that I've like bothered to give a fuck about, and then they just waste it. So like, I'm trying not to become bitter, which I don't think I have become bitter. But I'm definitely becoming more strict. I'm definitely becoming more strict. So when someone fucks around, they find out now. I don't beat around the bush anymore. Like, I don't try to be nice and all that shit. Like, I'm just like, right, fuck off. Now my 1978 F-150 had since high school. Dad bought it new. Nice. Yeah, I tore it down to the frame. Ooh, it's like, that's a man's thing, like putting that much work into a vehicle. He mocked me for raising children in a condo whilst on a bender. Don't think nothing of it, but he has to get his shit together. Yeah, I mean, like, he's an asshole. He's also a liar. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, he's one of those people that like, he'll tell you the same story over and over again to elicit like, a sympathy response. Like one of the stories that he used to tell, like he told me alone a few times, so God only knows how many times he told like it to everyone. But he was like, oh yeah, these lads before I left Ireland, these lads came into me, bust into my room and fucking bet me around with a lock and a sock, and they broke my arm in two places and all this fucking shit. And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, why would several men break into your room and assault you with a lock and a sock, to the point where they break bones? You know, like, this idea that people can just be totally innocent, undeserving victims of like random acts of violence and stuff like that. I don't believe in that shit. You know, I think that on some level you bring it to you, and definitely in Burn Bear's case, I could tell that like he, despite the fact that he's playing the victim, like the reality is that he had it coming. I could just tell, you know, he fucking had it coming. Like, Emmanuel, Godsonu, welcome. So yeah, unfortunately, I will be doing. Well, I say unfortunately, but like fucking, you're getting more labor out of me. This like wrinkled pussy is not to my satisfaction. You could probably even see it a little bit. No, it's too far away. But yeah, he's got wrinkles on him. He's got bumps on him. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna prepare it again. So next, was it Thursday? So every Thursday we're doing Psycho Kitty till it's done, and every Monday we're doing Gary the Goose till it's done. So that obviously gives me plenty of time to prepare a proper board that goes flat and stuff, like, do you know what I mean? I'm assuming it's to do with the consistency of the paint that I'm using is now different. It's thicker and more plasticky, so it warps the paint more. Whereas the gouache is more of a, you know, it doubles as a watercolor and an acrylic. So I think that's why it pulls the paint, it pulls the paper a bit more taut, because it like that emotion stuff, like, so it's like sucks the water out of itself, like, you know, it kind of has like a dehydrating effect on the paper. But yeah, I am not painting you a substandard PEINTEINGU with wrinkles in it. Fuck that shit. So it will be redone, and your Psycho Kitty will take a little bit longer than I hoped, but it will still be accomplished. No notification. YouTube's never been great for that kind of stuff. But in fairness to YouTube today, I woke up at 2:30 and I was starting to stream at 3, so like maybe YouTube was like, you didn't give me enough time, nigga. I don't know. Can't wait to see it finished. 2 Acre gonna be. Is that the one you want me to paint, 2 Acre? That one that you're building? I guess I didn't realize how bad he hoes some people. That blow. Yeah, man, he's an absolute wanker. He's a fucking like manipulative, like victimy little wanker. Like he's not a good person. You know, just because he has a decent singing voice and he's up for a laugh and stuff like that. Like I've said this a few times. Like, you know, I got fairly close to him. Like, you know, we spoke often on the phone, like at length, and he's one of those guys that, like, if you're like most of us, like, you'll end up empathizing with his situation, and you'll be like, oh man, like, you know, if you need something, like, you know, I'll help you and all and whatever, like, and I have absolutely no love for that guy because of his behavior. He really upset Juju, who only tried to help him. I don't know what he did to Sleep Deprived Bear, but apparently he also did, you know, something similar to him, like. And like Copper Bear and a lot of other people, like a while ago, sent him a package with like a fucking lawnmower and all sorts, like seeds and money and all sorts of shit, like. And like I remember around around the time where I got in the Legends chat a few times, and I was like the last time I spoke up about the whole Burn Bear situation was in the Legends chat, and I was like, look, support is trying to help someone and supporting someone in his position who's behaving in the manner he's behaving in. There's a God's bless me. There's a point where trying to help someone becomes enabling their poor behavior, and that was exactly what everybody was inadvertently doing with Born Bear. In everybody's effort to guide and give advice and financially help that nigga, what they were actually doing was essentially just fueling his alcohol addiction. I remember before I spoke up the last time, he put up a video in the Legends chat where he like had gotten himself a fairly expensive looking bottle of whiskey, and I remember looking at it and I was just like, what a wanker. Like, do you know what I mean? What a wanker. Like, do you know what I mean? He was basically flaunting the fact that he was going to get really drunk on some like fairly, not cheap looking whiskey. And it's not good at all. People like him are some of the worst kind of people. Like that buzzwrecker fucking Egypt. They are intelligent enough to lie and manipulate to a degree and deceive to a degree that is very damaging. Very damaging. People like that poison people around them, and they should be dealt with. They should be banished and exiled and removed like a fucking tick or a tumor. Guys like that, in my opinion, if they were ever to change their ways, would only change out of fear. If you took everything from him and like stuck, well, even then, people like that are experts at playing the victim. Experts, nothing is ever his fault. It's all just being done to him and shit. Like Born Bear, Buzzwrecker, Woodshop, like all these wankers, like they are the antithesis of what it is to be a bear. Like, do you know what I mean? They have no respect. They're not real people at all. They're fucking users. They're users, abusers, and manipulators. In my opinion, they're some of the worst people you'll come across, because they take genuine love, respect, care, honor, and effort, and not only do they waste it, but they will quite often make you feel like, well, not make you feel, but like you'll quite often be left in a situation where you'll get angry at yourself for repeatedly, like, for caring about them. It's pretty fucked up. Like I'd put Born Bear and Buzzwrecker and Woodshop in the same boat as Rimjob, because it's not like what, like, like what it says in the Bible, or like is it the Quran as well? Like, it's at least an honest dickhead is honest, like a manipulating, lying, like fuckface can be honest about, like an honest thief, an honest criminal. Like, do you know what I mean? There's a level of respect. There's a level of like, well, at least he has some honor, because he's being real. Like, do you know what I mean? Fucking people like Born Bear, Buzzwrecker, and fucking Woodshop and all that. Like, they are fake degenerate scum, and they should be far removed from people like us. Just leave them out in the wilderness. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I was running a village, like, do you know what I mean? It'd be like, get the fuck out, like. But I'll die out there. Yeah, that's kind of the point. I'm having lasagna for dinner. Very good. The female loves a lasagna. Sounds delicious. I'll be having cheddar cheese and tinned herring for lunch. Tinned herring? I don't think I've ever had herring. Ah! Griffu! Maxed out barrel. Margie, welcome. Did you enjoy watching Hanging Bears, Margie? It was nice to see you pop into the chat. I was like, oh, there's Margie. It's hilarious. That's what he claims, yeah. I'm having a Greek pita and garlic shrimp. Yeah, it's not helping him. You hit the nail on the head. Like, yeah, you can't help people like that. They'll try. Yeah, people like that are like the crabs in the bucket. All they do is pull people down with them. Byrne always seems to surface when he's broke or wants something. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You know. Yes, excellent. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, Margie. Thank you for attending. It's sink or swim time, buddy. Like, yeah, like it's fuck it. Like, fuck them. Like, do you know what I mean? What was it that Owen said? It's fucking like they'll get my worst, I'll get their best. It's like the more you interact with people who behave without honor, it's kind of happening on like a macro scale, in my opinion. Like, the world is, the whole realm, every like population, every country right now, like is polarizing into the group that has some honor and wants to be like, wants to be good, true, and beautiful, and then the group that like doesn't give a fuck and is just empty and like influenced by demons and shit. Like, feck, I'll be at Ursa Rio next Friday evening if everything goes on plan. Are you going hunting there, are you? That's awesome. I'm getting a tropical aquarium for Christmas. I'm going to keep fish. What kind of fish? You're going to get yourself some Japanese fighting fish? I can't remember what movie that was in. Japanese fighting fish. Is that Juice Bigelow? The fucking man, Juice Bigelow's a hilarious movie. Degenerate, but hilarious. There's a few of those things where I found Rob Schneider very funny. Like 50 First Dates. He's like, Milo, get your brother out of the dishwasher! It's fucking funny shit, like. Oh, my apologies. Okay. I'm going to attempt to make these violin huts look better. And then I'm going to make these mountains look a bit better and the trees and stuff. I'm just going to... I'm inspired, motivated to make this painting better looking, because it's fucking shit right now because I didn't give a fuck. It's what happens when you don't care. Things turn to shit. So, without any further ado, I place my royal rag upon my demi-divine knee in preparation for the goo. We select appropriate tunages. Remember to like and subscribe and share PEINTEINGU. If you have any honor, you will pay for PEINTEINGU. Click the links in the description as we begin today's session. What am I feeling? It's Friday. The glorious light of heaven is shining brightly upon us. What shall we begin with? What do we have? What have we not played in a while? Something we haven't played in a while. That's like fairly upbeat. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna go straight into this. Bop, bop, bop. Fucking ads. That's a huge bitch. Keep it in the circus. Holy shit. Holy shit, it's Bigfoot. Yeah, it's one of the funniest things. That's a huge bitch. Was it in The Longest Yard? I can't remember what movie that's. I think it might be. Was it Water? No, it was Waterboy, wasn't it? Where he's like, group hug in the showers tonight. And he's like, no, okay. Like, fucking man. The Adam Sandler movies are fucking funny. Like, really fucking funny. Like, I love Happy Gilmore. It's hilarious. So fucking funny. Waterboy was funny. What else is it? Like, what I think Waterboy and Happy Gilmore were the ones where they're really some of the few like I remember watching Click, where he's like married to Kate Beckinsale or something. There's a few, like, you know, family friendly movies that Adam Sandler has done that like I was like mildly entertained by, but then there's the really fucking funny ones, like Happy Gilmore and Waterboy, and I can't think of anything else right now. Those two in particular are quite funny. Mama said, crocodiles alligators are so angry because they all got all them teeth and no toothbrush. I fucking love Waterboy. It's such a funny movie. Like, Mama said. Oh, what was the bitches that? Krista showed me her boobies, and I like them too. It's fucking really funny movie. And I think there's some gravy in that with the whole, like, you know, the really 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 good water that's like amazing for you. I think there's some gravy in that shit, like. Wu-Tang! You ever throw a toothpick into a volcano? What the fuck? You ever throw a toothpick into a volcano? Is that like a sexual innuendo thing? Or like, it was like throwing a baguette down a hallway. It's like, oh fuck. Did somebody say steak? Oh, don't make me hungry right now. Okay, I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds. I need to expel some of this phlegm from my being. Bum 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 bum. You're wrong, Colonel Sanders. Mama said it. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Oh god. Right, I gotta save you the audible of. Oh god, that was intense. Okay. Let it sip, yeah? Where can I put this? Right. I am out of sip. So, enjoy the tunes. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna make myself more coffee. And then I'm gonna fucking fix this shit. Bobingu! Yes! Right, enjoy the Bobingu. I return in a moment with more caffeine. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Oh God. Right. Okay. A healthy injection of caffeine and nicotine and I'll be ready to go. I have a violin garden to fix. First things first. Some white. Painting. Does that stuff actually dry matte? I'm wondering. Do you dry matte, sir? Perhaps. Fucking looks matte. Just isn't opaque. Right. Ah. If there was any doubt that I am part Asian, smoking cigarettes while painting. Gotta get that ASMR going.
We sit in the sun.
We sip and we go.
We sleep
We paint and we go.
and we dream.
We dream of goo.
Us dying slowly. The prison of our minds. We sit in the sun.
God damn it, I need my big squirt. My Rito Mister is empty. Oh Jesus.
Each of us dying slowly.
Defender ass. Where is this fucking area? Oh God. Right, Jesus Christ. I'm still half asleep. Oh. That's what happens when we wake up half an hour before you have to be online. Just don't sip the goo when reaching for the coffee. I'm not that tired, but thank you for the warning. Say, Defenderoo, you drinking straight paint again? No. Defenderoo. Like, what? It's just like, you know I love burnt sienna. It smells amazing. It's like, you just mean to fucking drink it, nigga. Like, sorry. Painting goo, 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 goo. Oh, God. Methinks smoking a cigarette won't aid in your phlegm in your lungs. What's your point? You think I'm some kind of bitch? If you stop smoking when you have a cold, you're a coward. Only cowards stop smoking when they're ill. I smoke more when I'm ill. Oh god. Right, let's get these bitches wet. Oh, I seriously need to boil these cunts. Except you. You're gloriously holding your form. Some of these brushes are just fairly high quality for, you know, how cheap they are. Oh, I didn't clean you properly. My biggest fan. They're still in perfectly good nick, but oh fuck. Right, get your bitch wet. Beat her firmly. Use your rag to dispose of all evidence. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. A rock of my horror wishes to be a part of the PEINTEINGU. Get the fuck out of there. We sip and we go.
In veins, we sleep, and we dream.
We dream of goo.
Each of us dies slowly.
We sip the goo. Do not sip the goo. We sip the goo.
We sit in the sun,
I look like a coward to you.
we sleep,
Hand me that goo. Like,
and we dream. Each of us dies slowly. The prison of our minds.
it's far from opaque, especially when I've watered it down slightly. But it's decent. It's decent shit. I find it hilarious how, like, just with acrylics, there's like all different kinds of consistencies and levels of opacity. I think 2 coats would probably do this. So I'm going to go over them and then I'm going to leave them to dry naturally as we place something else within the painting. Right. It's a roly-poly! Oh, did you find a roly-poly? Okay. Let me think. The third thing was quest, wasn't it? So we could do a... submarine. We shard paint an emerging submarine. Let's get some brack in here. Painting. Do. painting goo. Do do do. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Goo goo. Paint. Painting goo goo. Paint goo goo paint. Goo goo. Paint. Let's make some grow. An emerging submarine with a ride out seagull with a rocket launcher or something. I don't know. Need to elevate this painting goo. Fuck! Where did I put the flame? Where did I put the flame? It should be right here. Shit. Oh, there it is. Flame on! See? I truly am a demigod. Okie dokie. Right. A bit of white. Get that and put it over here. A bit of white. A dash of black. Another dash of black. There we go. We'll do an emerging submarine. Just like... I always like doing things quickly. I like painting quickly. So that's probably why I'll probably always stick to acrylics. Might experiment with oils, but I'll probably always stick to acrylics because of the speed it provides you, or even like watercolors. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you should see how the Japs do watercolor. The way the Japs do watercolor is like intense. It's fucking intense. Like, you know, watercolor portraits that are like hyper realistic and stuff. Like, it's not what you get shown or taught, like, what watercolor is. It's crazy. The old man at the Bridge of Death from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail emerges from the hatch of the submarine asking, "What is your quest?" Answer carefully his questions 3, lest you are yeeted swiftly, tee-hee. Let's see I can't remember, I think I shared it just on Instagram or something, but it was like a thing where it's like a tactical ferret or something. He's like holding a ferret that's wearing like a flak jacket or some shit. Like, it's like equal parts adorable and hilarious. Tactical ferret. Yeah, I'm not seeing like a glossy finish on this. Maybe 3 coats. I really do have to just prepare a tub of that a Pebeo matte fluid acrylic that I have over there. That may as well, that stuff may as well just be one shot. It's glorious. I suppose a medieval, like a knight in shining armor emerging from a submarine would be pretty fucking hilarious. Yeah, okay.
Oh God, he's coming back! Get out of here!
Give them that proper, the Monty Python bucket, fucking, the bucket helmet. PEINTEINGU 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 do do PEINTEINGU do do do. Paint. Will I make the submarine yellow? For Tilals. I bet Thor's house is guarded by tactical ferrets. Are you talking about Thor as in like pirate software Thor? Because that's hilarious, because like he has a ferret farm. Like, I was thinking of Tim the Enchanter. Who's Tim the Enchanter? We knew a guy who sent his ferret into a bank in the teller tube back in the day. Much chaos ensued. That's awesome. Just put a ferret in a tube and like, go forth. Like, you okay, Margie? You feeling a bit dizzy? Dizzy or confused? Yes, pirate software Thor. Man, that dude's such a legend. What an absolute chad of a man, like. I haven't watched any of his content in a while, but he's like that is someone that like people should support. That guy seems to have like a really solid moral compass, and he just wants to like help people to learn how to make games. Really cool dude. And like the fact that he runs a ferret rescue is just fucking hilarious. Oh, excuse me. Thinking about the ferret. Do you not like ferrets, Margie? Ferrets are awesome. Right, give me some yellow. Oh, there we go. Permanent Remen. Remen Yarrow. The best kind of yarrow. Remen yarrow. Oh. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Bless Thor and his rescued cat snakes. Cat snakes! Excellent. Yeah, that's... cat snakes. It's hilarious. put a dab of agua here. There we go. Glorious. It's looking a bit rough. We had a neighbour that rescued a ferret and had this tube system all through the house for him to wander. They're corpuscular. You could hear him running around all night looking for the exit. I fucking love them, man. They're fucking hilarious creatures. Absolutely hilarious creatures. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's not got anything to do with ferrets, but it's still rodents. You can see there's these things on TikTok where like it's just like somebody has like a cage full of like hamsters, and they have all these like hamster wheels and hamster plates and the balls and stuff, and there's just like a dozen hamsters all just like I think they're gerbils and hamsters as well, but they're just like fucking like, you know, going 200 miles an hour, like spinning on the wheels and on the plates, like, and there's like a dozen of them, and there's like fucking techno music playing in the background. And it's like a fucking disclaimer, like, on the side of the cage that's like, my hamsters are well fed, they're totally safe, you know, like, they can't hear the music, you know, they can run at whatever speed they desire, they're not forced to do anything and all, they love doing this, like, you know, blah blah. Because there's like a lot of people who it's like, oh my god, that's animal cruelty. No, it's fucking not. It's absolutely hilarious, like. Anybody who's ever owned an animal or like knows anything about animals, like, you know what I mean? It's like when you put them in their element, what they really enjoy doing, like, you know, fucking, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, and like, there's a reason hamster wheels exist, because like hamsters fucking. That's what happens when you put a rodent that usually covers a lot of ground in its natural environment. You put it in a cage, you know. That's what, like, I think putting a bird in a cage is animal cruelty. Because it's a fucking bird. I don't think like birds should be caged unless it's just to like transport them somewhere, you know? The fact, like, birds fly and you're gonna fucking put the thing in a room so that, like, so what? You can like enjoy its company and like look at it and stuff, like, that's horrible. That's not a companionship, like, you know, like owning a dog or a cat and like letting them wander around your house and then taking them for walks and shit like that, like, you know, like that's companionship, like, you know. But like putting a bird in a cage, I think that's one of the cruelest things you can do, like, to an animal like that. I had 2 ferrets. After they eat, they hide and sleep a very long time. It's adorable. One of mine died, then the other one grieved itself to death. Yeah, I've heard they're like they're very emotional creatures, like, do you know what I mean? Like a lot of animals do that. Like apes and chimps and stuff. Like if their partner, like I think I've heard squirrels do that. They're social creatures. Yeah, I think that's why your man Thor, Pirate Software, like the setup he has is like there's literally like a whole room full of them, and they have like all sorts of play equipment and shit. Like, and they're just adorable creatures. They're like an animated sock. Like, do you know? They're fucking brilliant looking. What do I want to make this? Yeah, I'll throw a dash of red in it. A dash of red. You have to use like so little with these colors, because like the pigments are so fucking strong that even the whisper of red in this yellow just like immediately creates a bright orange, which is great unless you're trying to do what I'm doing, which is like create like a different tone of yellow. Painting goo 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 goo. Whoa. Painting. Painting goo 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 goo. Oh, glorious! They just want to party all night. I find most rodents are like really cute looking. Well, until you get into like mole rat territory and shit like that. Like I think rats can be cute, like, you know. I think like rats are fucking awesome. People don't realize how cool rats are. Like a creature that's like small and well, typically, I mean, I know you can get fucking big rats, but like they can chew through metal pipes. That's fucking insane, man. Like, just think, no. It's just like Invasion of the Rodents. If you've ever played the game Dishonored, they do a really cool thing with the rats. There's like a plague in the game, and it's to do with the rats and all. Like, and you have magic that allows you to manipulate the rats and use them to your advantage. I think you can even like possess You can possess people, rats, and like fish in that game, so you can like get into different areas and stuff. So there's some really cool shit in that game. Like, but just the way the rats are used, like they're like furry piranha. They'll fucking shred a guard in seconds. It's fucking terrifying. Do 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 do. Goo goo goo. Goo goo. Doo doo. Turn on the machine. Painting. Goo goo. Goo goo.
Turn on the machine.
Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Oh! Painting goo 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 goo. One was called Ben and one was called Socrates. That's hilarious. A ferret called Socrates is brilliant. Comments getting booted again. YouTube has the gates. I always think that's it. Margie's like, what did you say? We'll never know. Yeah, Sabrina was noticing that. What the fuck? What is it? Is it kicking stuff that it doesn't usually kick? You know, you didn't have a ferret called Socrates, no? The movie about rats. Oh, right, okay. Woo! It's been too long since we listened to the Bobingu. Painting goo goo, painting goo goo, goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo, goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Painting. Goo goo. Painting. Goo goo goo. Painting. Goo goo. Painting. Goo goo. Goo goo. I'll give this guy a fucking RPG. Gonna need to make some browner. Painting goo goo goo. A knight in shining armor wielding an RPG is just hilarious to me. Just erasing comments after they're posted. Nothing remotely questionable in my comments either. It's typical. It took me a long time to find where my ferret would hide. He would open the door under the kitchen sink, then climb up and get in my kitchen towel drawer. And they can wriggle themselves into all sorts of places, like... Ratatouille is one of my fave Pixar films, classic. Ratatouille's really good. I remember the first time I watched that when he started manipulating him by pulling his hair in different ways. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, that's fucking brilliant, like. Make the orange. Make some browner. Painting. There we go.
Want a cop? Excuse me, Your Honor. Anne, ever consider another line of work?
No, I like being a cop. You know what they say. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Make some military green.
Oh,
how dare you! How dare you! Yeah, ferrets love shiny stuff too, little thieves. You'd hide my keys. Oh, fucking ferrets being like, ooh, shiny. Oh, glorious. Hello. Alright? Yeah, I'm grand, yeah. You want me to wrap it up? Oh, okay. Time is it actually? Oh, I'm gonna be wrapping it up anyway. Right, my beloved Japanites. We have removed the horrific looking violins. But I'm afraid I have to leave it there. We shall, of course, continue this. Wait. Remember, no PEINTEINGU Mondayu. The female sisters are staying for the wrong weekend. So no PEINTEINGU Mondayu. So I will see you Tuesday. And I might do Gary the Goose on Tuesday next week, so that we still have a Gary Goose Day. Question: cigarette butts keep ending up behind my piano. What can do that? Smoking while playing piano? Mice. A poltergeist who smokes. Yeah, weird stuff does happen around here. Maybe the snakes. This knight is ready for the fight, indeed. An RPG wielding knight of the square table. Right, my beloved Japanites and all you other filthy mortals. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend, and I shall be forlorn on Monday. Do not weep. And somebody send a raven to the samurai village so they don't freak the fuck out. Right, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And remember, if you have any honor, you will pay for PEINTEINGU. In the meantime, I can't believe the tunes ended before my intro, my outro ended. In the meantime, be good, be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I shall see you soon. Farewell, sayonara.